Fine, be that way. Welcome to the resurrection episode of the F-250. And I promise you, after this episode, we should have the Swede machine, hopefully coming. Right. If you noticed in the previous video, we had frozen carburetor. That's just fantastic. That's fantastic, baby. Come on. Yeah. Water in the air intake. I don't know if that's any good or not, guys. What do you think? Oh. It'll be all right. Come on. But we should have all that sorted out. Let's get this thing fired up and get her back on the road. Here we go. Right. Remove old gasket from air intake. Oh. Yeah, gaskets aren't supposed to go crunch. That's fine. Dispatch says to send it. Blue shop towels, guys. The best. One refurbished carburetor. There we go. So this is the heater. I don't know, heater sender. You know, all this hot tube going down the manifold. That just broke off. Don't need it. It's hot outside. Don't need tube. So apparently I was wrong. The kickdown linkage is the same with the cars. It's just spring assembly here that's unique to the pickups, like that. So anyways, cars, I forgot my C-clip. I'm gonna have to go find one of those. Throttle on. Suppose I. Oh, see, we got a problem. I need that spacer. That originally came with this thing. Gosh dang it! It's supposed to be sitting like this because of the threads. Now this carburetor is a little bit different. It comes with a vacuum port. The other one didn't, which is why it has this spacer to create the vacuum port, which is fine. I came here knowing that might be an issue. I don't like how that sits. Look at that. That wobbles. It's this way. Goes that way. And we can put the carburetor, actually, since I'm here, put this thing back on, PVC on before I forget, before I completely bury it. Then we can put the carburetor on. Oh, wait a minute, gasket. This thing better be running by the end of the day. All right, another gasket, then carburetor. We'll just stack this thing up 3,000 feet in the air. Right, now we can clamp her down. Let's do that. Man, all these are gonna have to use a wrench, really? Should have brought my universal swivel. Oh well. Right, one vacuum advanced hose. Yeah, I guess we can run another under the distributor. Well, actually, let's run it under here. Sure. Of course, I forgot my C-clip, so I'm gonna have to go back to the shop and get that. Return spring on. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Perfect. Now we're gonna work on the fuel lines. We're gonna replace on this just a little bit, I think. Right, fuel line off. This would be to the carburetor. I got a new fuel filter we can put in. Might have two fuel filters. May have brought in 2 of them. So we might put one right here that comes from the tank to protect the pump, and another one from the pump to the carburetor. This could be nasty, boys. Oh, no. There wasn't much left in there. Oh, it smells rancid, though. All right, let's pull it up from up top. There we go. One taut lower end hose and nice new fuel line. Going down. How many threads are on here? There it goes. Tool tight. All right, let's work on the upper bit again. We don't need a whole lot of hose here, which is a good thing. Cutter. Hose clamp on. Normally, I would have put a metal on here, but I like seeing how much junk we're going to suck up into there. Be fun. Fun little experiment. I don't know if this is gonna be a new Exxon Valdez or not. But we're going to find out. Oh, it's getting off there, people. I can't see. You guys are in my way. You know what? I'm just gonna cut the darn thing off. That's right. I'm making an executive decision. See, I like them apples. Well, so much for that executive decision. If I had a knife that actually works. Ooh, there's no gas in here. You bone dry. All right, there you go. That should be good enough. Tool tight. We have fuel filter that comes from the fuel tank to the fuel pump, so the fuel pump is protected. Door number 1. There's a bit of carbon buildup, but it doesn't look that bad, actually. Door number 2. More carbon buildup. Door number 3. The same carbon buildup. That looks usable enough. Door number 4. More carbon buildup. Again, not really surprised with this, the age of the engine. Right side. I don't think spark plugs are supposed to make that sound when you come out of the hole. Plugs out. Same carbon buildup as on the other 4 on the other side, so not as much carbon buildup. That actually looks like a pretty, it's used, but it looks pretty clean. There's not much carbon in that. Ooh, almost smells like a little bit of ancient gas in there. Not much carbon. There's some carbon, but fairly clean. That looks like it's got oil on it. We could have a smoke show coming up. All 8 extracted. We got diesel in here. Normally some people drip oil down into the cylinders. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use a garden sprayer. We're going to go gardening and get rid of rust. Why am I doing this? Well, number 1, it's really easy to get into the cylinders like this. And number 2, it atomizes it so much better, right? Let me show you. So it atomizes it a lot better. Look at that. See? Perfect. Back to the truck. Cylinder number 1. Okay, cylinder number 2. Cylinder number 3. Cylinder number 4. it's just so much easier. You can just reach in here and all holes go. So, take note. If you guys are doing this, you may want to pick one of these up. And now we're going to do the right bank cylinder. 1 potato. 2 potato. 3 potato. And 4 potato. Now I got diesel in all 8 cylinders, fairly clean setup, perfect. So my idea is, take the fuel from here, nasty stuff, put it in the back tank, refuel the front tank. I brought about 4 fresh gallons of fuel, which will get me home. Put it in here, so when it's priming, it's going to prime the house. It should be halfway fresh enough for it to run. I'm going to put the old gas and the blue canister. Because it says kerosene, I figured, hey, it's got to be kerosene by now. Moving on. So, got our siphon hose. How do one of these work? Mind you, these only work for older vehicles that have a big enough throat you can shh down into, right? Got a little glass ball, a little glass marble in here. You go like this, automatically primes it, and it'll spit it out. All it's really doing is it's putting a thumb here, pulling it up, releasing, grabbing more, pulling, releasing. So you get a constant pull. That's really all it is. What you simply do is go like this.
I don't know if there's anything in here or not. Wow.
She's bone dry, guys. I hope there's not a leak in that tank. This ain't no regular gas either, no. She's 91 octane, that's right. Better stop there, make sure we don't have any leaks. I don't see anything coming out. Check it one last time. Whee! Still no leaks. Okay, well, maybe she just evaporated all. There could have been only a couple cups left in there when she got parked here anyways. That's good enough. We're going to use the last little bit to clean, or to prime the carburetor. Oh, get off of there. That's good. Negative. Widening the posts back up. Someone had them all smashed in. There we go. That's better. Voltage is coming online. No sparky. Nothing appears to be on fire. So that's a good start. Fortunately, out of the little funnel, we're going to use the rest of the gas to prime the carburetor. Just like that. Just like this here. That should be enough to prime that. Put a little bit in the secondaries, just for funsies. Alright. Now when you're doing something like this, you want to disconnect the coil or either ground it out. You need somewhere for that electricity to go, otherwise you can damage and burn out your coil. In this case, it's really easy on the forge. You just and there you go. So I disconnected the line, so now we got a dead coil, but we're saving the coil. Now we're gonna see if we'll spin on our own, get that diesel to work in there. Maybe spray it one more time. If it sounds good, we'll start cranking on and see if we can bring her back to life. All right, clear prop. That sounded pretty good. Let's spray down the combustion chambers one more time. Chamber me up. Rear cylinder, second cylinder. Okay, that bank's done. Other side right quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Another crank with no compression. Okay, it's the big moment. Let's check our fluids first. So we only got oil, power steering pump. Barely, but it's on the stick. Automatic transmission. She's burned. She's burnt, but it's full. So we won't burn the pump up today. Shall we give it a go? Let's give it a go. Clear prop. Nothing. Let's check the antifreeze right quick. I forgot about that. It's dry, naturally. That was concentrate. I'll put a little bit of distilled water in here. Man, this radiator's big. Perfect. That did something. Fuel pump's still empty. So we may have to figure out how we're going to prime that. So, let's turn the screw down. I'll figure out which one it is first, though. That's our problem. We have no fuel coming up in here. So we're going to figure out, maybe we'll dump fuel down here until it's primed, maybe. If our fuel pump still works. That's not working out too well. Well, let's do this again. Still nothing. Okay, I just figured out what's going on. We only put it in that forward tank. I thought that was the main tank. Apparently, consult your owner's manual. Apparently, the forward tank is your auxiliary tank, The rear tank is your standard tank. And if you got a saddle tank inside the cab, this would be. So I need to switch the main to auxiliary. That's pumping out of the wrong tank, which is dry. Well, no wonder it wouldn't prime. Consult your manual.
Oh, you dumb idiot.
So, I have this bad boy. Switch to main. We need to switch it to auxiliary. There. Now, let's see if it'll fire. Nice. I think we almost have it. So I'll probably off camera, I'm going to dial this in a little bit. Get her into a better running state. And then we'll work on, I don't know, tires or something next. Right. Let's see if we got gears. Woo. Reverse works. Oh yeah, she wants to go. Sweet. Oh. Ooh, that button shot. All right, top off that power steering pump. She sounds a little growly. Whoa. Almost at the full mark. Oh. I'll be fine. Now let's see if she growls or not. Right, moving on to the next thing. Let's see what kind of lights or no lights we have. All right. We might have dash lights. So I turn the lights on. Oh, we got a marker light. Oh yeah. That one works. That one works. I'll be darned. Look at that, even the lights work. We can drive this at night. The wires on this one are unplugged, so unfortunately we can't test on that. Let's see, do we got turns? I don't know, I don't hear anything. Oh yeah, we got a turn there. Yep, that one works. about the other side? Yep. It's weak, but it's there. So that's fine. I'll be darned. Look at that. Excellent. Excellent. Cool. Well, we got most of the lights then. Sweet. Excellent. Now, tires. Which for me is going to be next day. For you guys, it's going to be right now. Right. So we changed some tires. Let's change some tires. Right. Out with the old, in with the new. Lovely, spare, round tires. Yes. Very little cracking. It's a lot better. Pick these up from Metro. It's definitely going to beautify this beautiful old girl a lot more. And it's going to get us home. So let's get swapping. Tell you one thing, someone helped me out a lot. Someone lubed up all the lug nuts. That's brilliant. That's perfect. Excellent. All right, fellow YouTubers and monkey wrenching gear mechanics. Let's see what a 9.5 by 16.5 inch tire looks like against a 235/85 R16 tire. Let's see what the height difference is. In case you people run into this. About the metric tire is about 1 inch higher than the old 16.5s. Coming off. Oh, very nice. Well, all the studs are here on this axle. That's a nice feature to have once in a while. So I found a little something. Check this out. Sorry if people are saying, there's no rust on the rotors. I thought this thing's been sitting for a long time. Well, it was. Unfortunately, we had to move it back into this spot because a flatbed has to come down the driveway and snag a few items from the current owner. So unfortunately, we did have to wheel it so it scraped the rust away. Honest truth. But take a look at this. First, I noticed this hub. She's pretty shiny for it not being on the road in a long, long time. Then I got to looking at the brakes. Okay, so we look at any brake pads here and here. And it's had a recent brake service. Well, whenever it was put away last, it had brake service done. So someone was taking care of this pickup at one point. Not too long ago, well, before it was put away. Oh, that's nice. Oh.
Squeaky, squeaky!
Huh. me show you guys something. So, full disclosure, I did this with my 69 Ford. That's why I know what's going on. Check this out. See that block right there? That's a cheap lift kit. You see the gap between here is different than the other ones? See that? Yeah. You jam these in here, you twist it like that, and you get a little 1/2-inch raise in it. Rotors are brand new. There is no lip to that thing whatsoever. They're almost brand new. Oh, look at that. They're so new they even still have their part numbers on them. I'll be darned. All right, let's take a look at it now. There we go. Now we're styling. I even got the tailgate to open up and shut. That's a nice feature. Got the old tires in here. There we go. That's looking a lot better already. She's cleaning up nicely. There you go. So next will be belts, timing advance on the distributor, because apparently that was off. And we're gonna rock and roll on the road. New belt here. That 9/16 is smashed in. Ooh, I hope it comes off semi-okay. So gets the PB blaster here, yeah. Need to start working on my American imitation Swedish accent. If I'm going to do a Swede channel called the Swede Machine, yeah. That's good. Whew, got a little nervous there for a minute. 5/8. It fits. I tell you. Keep it the same size. Like a ratchet 5/8, ratchet wrench. There we go. Now, of course I gotta take the pump off, one off first. Well, hold please. There's a whole shop inside that belongs to the owner, but let's make things hard. You might be saying to yourself, oh boy, you said in your previous video, or this video, you're only going 10 miles. Why are you replacing the belts for? Because number one, this thing doesn't have, it has a lost title somewhere in the depths of this universe. And I don't have a license plates on this thing, so I gotta get a trip permit, which here in the state of Oregon is good for about 20 days. So I want to drive this thing for at least a few weeks before we mothball it and figure out what long-term goals for it, which I think it's going to be a service rig. Restore it completely, of course, and then put a nice utility box on it, spray paint all the same. Make it look nice and pretty, and go collect some cars that have been sitting for a while and get them running back out on the road again. Not necessarily restoration quality, because I've got the special Volvo Swede machine project coming up right after this. I might restore this thing. I mean, that's a lot of work. So basically, trip permit's good for 20 days. I want to drive this for 20 days. Saying to yourself, oi, why are you using PB Blaster instead of like WD-40? Well, I'll tell you. PB Blaster is more like an oil. It stays on the threads a long time. WD-40 will evaporate and go away a lot faster. I prefer the Earl rather than the solvent. This is usually where the York air compressor goes. We're going to be installing some air conditioning in this thing. Is it factory? No. Am I enlisting this thing into a competition? No. I want to put minor conveniences on this thing. Oh, that was an option back in the day, but it wasn't standard. Obviously. Or maybe it's not, obviously. Are you people even paying attention? Are you gonna... come on. Perfect. The old ones comes off like this. Yeah. He's checked pretty good. Replace. Might be saying to yourself, why is your wrench bent like this? Well, I'll tell you. This is customized. You can't buy this at the store. Not that I'm aware of. If you're working on a Ford, mid to early, no, it's actually mid 80s to late 90s. If you're working on a 6.9 IDI or 7.3 IDI, you diesel boys know exactly what that is. That was the Ford International motor they put in these things in the mid 80s up to the mid 90s. This bolt, this wrench goes over the injection pump to reach it. There's 3 bolts, and one of the bolts is kind of a bugger to get to, so I bent it specifically for that. So if I ever run across an IDI, I already have a wrench to adjust the timing on the injection pump. On. Bad belts go far, far away. Yes. All right, guys. I think we're ready to rock and roll. We're actually get it on the road. Got the trip permit from the state. There's no license plate. There's no title. Bust out license. Busted out brake light. Perfect. It's running a little bit wonky. I dialed as best I could the brake master reservoir. The brake master booster is leaking vacuum pretty good, so I don't know how fast we'll be able to go, but it should limp us home. So here we go. Let's take a drive. Timing's not quite right. Let me adjust the distributor a little bit. Second gear. All right, we got 3 gears. All right, good deal. She's still not quite right. But she'll get us home. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff being blown around this game. Jeez. Mercy. slight stutter, but it sounds like when you open up the secondary, it's just not so bad. Well, let's see how she handles at 55. There's 55. So she'll go highway speeds. That's good. A little bit of power left. Guys, well, that should probably do it for this episode. Next episode for this thing, before we put it away and retire her for a little while inside of the shop while we work on the big project, is we're gonna probably wash this thing up, get the old power washer out, wax on, wax off. I don't know if I'll do wax on, wax off, but we're gonna give it a nice good scrub down and see how well this girl cleans up. Thanks for watching. Does this thing even work? Seems to work for now. I paid for these caps. Might as well put them on, right? Off again. Had to get new washers. Had to get new lug nuts, acorn style, to fit this specific type of rim. It appears that we have fairly. Boo. So we're looking at here, these are your brake pads, here and here. Why can't we have nice things? All right, so for you people in YouTube land and my fellow gearheads, you want to see a comparison? We'll do a comparison. What a 9.5. All right, you people in YouTube land and my fellow gear wrenchers and monkey mechanics. Monkey wrenching mechanics. All right, you people in YouTube land and my gear wrenching monkey wrenching mechanics. You guys are getting heavy. What's up with that? 5'8". No, that's 2. Just 2.